শোভিত তলে বড় উপমাদে অবতার জানুলম্বিত বাহু যুগল কনক পুতলি দেহা অরুণায়ম্বর শোভিত হলে বড় উপমাদে অবতার।
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. Although Krishna is beyond sense perception and is unmanifest to human beings, he takes up the guise of a human being with a material body. Thus, Mother Yashoda thought him to be her son, and she bound Lord Krishna with rope to a wooden mortar, as if he were an ordinary child. Purport. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto is in reference to Lord Krishna exhibiting himself like an ordinary child before Mother Yashoda. He was playing like a naughty boy, stealing butter and breaking butter pots. Mother Yashoda became disturbed and wanted to bind the Lord to a mortar used for pounding spices. In other words, she considered the Supreme Personality of Godhead an ordinary child. When Krishna was defeated by Sridhar, he had to carry him on his shoulders. Similarly, Bhadrasena carried Vrishabha and Pralamba carried Balaram, the son of Rohini. This verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto. When all the cowherd boys were playing in the forest of Vrindavan, the demon Pralambasura appeared in order to kidnap Krishna and Balaram. The Asura appeared disguised in the form of a cowherd boy, but Krishna could understand his trick. Krishna therefore divided all the cowherd boys into two parties. One party belonged to Balaram, and the other party belonged to Krishna himself. Ultimately, Krishna was defeated in this play, and according to the wager, the defeated party had to carry the victorious party on their shoulders. Krishna had to carry Sridhar on his shoulders, and Bhadrasena had to carry Vrishabha. The demon Pralambasura had to carry Balaram, and when Balaram mounted his shoulders, the demon ran far away. Finally, the demon began to expand his body to a gigantic size, and Balaram understood that he intended to kill him. Balaram immediately struck the demon's head with his strong fist, and the demon fell down dead, as if he were a snake whose head had been smashed. My dear most Krishna, you are worshipping me and giving up the company of all the other gopis who wanted to enjoy themselves with you. Thinking like this, Srimati Radharani considered herself Krishna's most beloved gopi. She had become proud and had left the Rasa Leela with Krishna. In the deep forest, she said, "My dear Krishna, I cannot walk anymore. You can take me wherever you like." When Srimati Radharani petitioned Krishna in this way, Krishna said, "Just get up on my shoulders." As soon as Srimati Radharani began to do so, he disappeared. Srimati Radharani then began to grieve over her request and Krishna's disappearance. These verses are quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto. Dear Krishna, we gopis have neglected the order of our husbands, sons, family, brothers, and friends, and have left their company to come to you. You know everything about our desires. We have come only because we are attracted by the supreme music in your flute. But you are a great cheater, for who else would give up the company of young girls like us in the dead of night? Purport. This verse, quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, describes how the gopis went to the forest for Krishna's enjoyment in the dead of night. The gopis approached Krishna to enjoy themselves with him in the rasa dance. Krishna knew this very well, but he was superficially trying to avoid them. He is therefore addressed by the gopis as Kittava, a great cheater, because he first attracted them to come dance with him. And yet, when they actually came, neglecting the orders of their friends and relatives, he tried to avoid them by giving them so-called good instructions. These cunning instructions were too much for the gopis to tolerate. They therefore had a right to address Krishna as Kittava, a great cheater. They were all young girls, and they had come to him to be enjoyed. How could he avoid them? The gopis therefore expressed great disappointment in this verse. They came voluntarily, but Krishna was so cunning that he wanted to avoid their company. The gopis' lamentation was certainly very appropriate, and in this way Krishna tested their sincerity. When one is fully attached to Krishna's lotus feet, one attains the samatha stage. The word samatha is derived from the word sama. Therefore, shantaras, the position of neutrality, means being fully attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. This is the verdict from the mouth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. This state is called self-realization. Purport. The corresponding verse from Charitamrita Sindhu follows. These are the words of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When one's intelligence is fully attached to my lotus feet, but one does not render practical service, one has attained the stage called Shantarati or Shama. Without Shantarati, attachment to Krishna is very difficult to achieve. The word Sama or Shantaras indicates that one is attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. Dharma means controlling the senses and not being deviated from the Lord's service. Endurance of unhappiness is titikcha, and driti means controlling the tongue and the genitals. Purport. This verse is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th Canto. The conditioned soul, under the clutches of Maya, the material energy, is very much agitated by the urges of the tongue and the genitals. Control of the urges of the tongue, the belly and the genitals, which are situated in a straight line, is called driti. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Paramaje jiva ati Loba Maya Sudurmati. Among the senses, the tongue is the most formidable enemy of the conditioned soul. Urged by the tongue, one commits many sinful activities. Although Krishna has given human beings nice food, people still commit sins by killing poor animals for the satisfaction of the tongue. Not being able to control the tongue, the conditioned soul eats more than he needs. Of course, everyone must eat to keep the body fit for the Lord's service. But when one cannot control the senses, he falls victim to the dictations of the tongue and the belly. Naturally, genital agitation follows, and one seeks illicit sex. However, if one is fixed at the lotus feet of Krishna, he can control the tongue. Bhaktivinoda Thakur further states, Krishna Bodha Doya Moy, Kori Bhava Jiva Joy, Swapasad Anadilo Bhai. In order to conquer the tongue, Krishna has been very merciful and has given us nice food that has been offered to him. When a person is attached to Krishna's lotus feet, he does not eat anything not offered to Krishna. Say Anamrita Pao, Radha Krishna Gunagal, Premarato Shri Chaitanya. Since a devotee eats only prasadam, he conquers the dictations of the tongue, belly, and genitals. One can control the dictates of the senses when situated in the position of Shantaras. Then one's advancement in Krishna consciousness is assured. Giving up all desires not connected with Krishna is the business of one who is in Shantaras. Only a devotee of Krishna can be situated on that platform. He is thus called a Shanta Rasa Bhakta. Purple. In this position, one is freed from all material enjoyment. When one is not agitated or disturbed, he can immediately realize his relationship with Krishna. A Shantaras devotee is therefore always fixed in realization. This instruction was given by the Lord himself to Uddhava. The beginning of pure devotional service is called Anyabilasita Sunya. When one is situated on the platform of neutrality, he is freed from the material platform and fully situated in spiritual life. The word Dharma, used in verse 2 and 3, means Indriya Samyama, curbing one's senses. The word Dharma can also mean curbing one's enemies. A king has to take steps to curb the criminal activities of the citizens. Great Rajarshi, devotee kings, used to control the undesirable elements in their states, and this also may be called Dhamma. However, Dhamma here refers to the conditioned soul who must control his senses. Real Dhamma means controlling the undesirable activities of the senses. When a devotee is situated on the platform of Shantaras, he desires neither salvation to the heavenly planets nor liberation. These are the results of karma and jnana, and the devotee considers them no better than hell. A person situated on the Shantaras platform manifested two transcendental qualities of detachment from all material desires and full attachment to Krishna. A person who is devoted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, is not afraid of anything. Elevation to the heavenly kingdom, condemnation to hell, and liberation from material bondage all appear the same to a devotee. Purport. This verse is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto. Elevation to the heavenly planets, liberation from material bondage, and condemnation to hell are all equal to the devotee. The devotee's only desire is to be attached to the lotus feet of Krishna and to engage in his transcendental loving service. These two qualities of the Shanta stage spread through the lives of all devotees. They are like the quality of sound in the sky. Sound vibration is found in all material elements. Purport. The two qualities, Shantaras, mentioned in verse 2 and 5, are present in all kinds of devotees, whether they are in Dasya Ras, Sakya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, or Madhurya Ras. The example of sound is given herein. Sound not only exists in the sky or ether, but is also present in air, fire, water, and earth. This is a scientific explanation of devotional service. Just as sound is present in all material elements, the qualities found in Chantaras are present in all devotees, whether they are on the platform of Dasyaras, Sakyaras, Vatsalyaras, or Madhuryaras. It is the nature of Santaras that not even the smallest intimacy exists. Rather, knowledge of impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma is prominent. Purple. Because of an impersonal impression of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a devotee in the Shantaras relationship worships the impersonal Brahman or localized aspect of the Absolute Truth, Paramatma. He does not develop a personal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. On the platform of Santaras, one realizes only his constitutional position. But when one is raised to the platform of Dasyaras, he better understands the full opulence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. On the Dasyaras platform, knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is revealed with awe and veneration. By rendering service unto Lord Krishna, the devotee in Dasyaras gives constant happiness to the Lord. The qualities of Santaras are also present in Dasyaras, but service is added. Thus, the Dasyaras platform contains the qualities of both Santaras and Dasyaras. The qualities of Santaras and the service of Dasyaras are both present on the platform of Sakyaras. On the platform of fraternity, the qualities of Dasyaras are mixed with the confidence of fraternity instead of awe and veneration. On the Sakyaras platform, the devotee sometimes offers the Lord service and sometimes makes Krishna serve him in exchange. In their mock fighting, the cowherd boys would sometimes climb on Krishna's shoulders, and sometimes they would make Krishna climb on their shoulders. Awe and veneration are absent on the platform of fraternity, since this ras is predominated by service imbued with confidence. Therefore, Sakyaras is characterized by the qualities of the three rasas. On the platform of Sakyaras, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is controlled by the devotees who are intimate with him and think themselves equal to him. On the platform of parental love, the qualities of Santaras, Dasyaras, and Sakyaras are transformed into a form of service called maintenance. The essence of fraternal love is intimacy devoid of the formality and veneration found in Dasyara. Due to a greater sense of intimacy, the devotee functioning in parental love chastises and rebukes the Lord in an ordinary way. On the platform of parental love, the devotee considers himself the Lord's maintainer. Thus the Lord is the object of maintenance, like a son, and therefore this mellow is full of the qualities of four rases: Santaras, Dasyaras, fraternity, and parental love. This is more transcendental nectar. Purport. In his Amrita Pravaha Bhasya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives us a short summary of this complicated description of the different rasas. He states that by becoming firmly fixed in the Lord's service, one is devoid of all material desires. These are the two transcendental qualities of the Santaras platform. Just as sound vibration is found in all the material elements, these two qualities of Santaras are spread throughout all the other transcendental mellows, which are known as Dasyaras, Sakyaras, Vatsalyaras, and Madhuryaras. Although in Santaras there is attachment for Krishna in awe and veneration, since the two valuable transcendental qualities of this rasa are attachment for Krishna and detachment from material desires, nonetheless, the sense of intimacy is lacking. The reason for this is that in Santaras, attachment for impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma is prominent. In other words, the sense of intimacy by which one thinks of Krishna as one's only shelter and friend is absent in Santaras, because one accepts Krishna as the impersonal Param Brahma or localized Paramatma. This understanding is based on the speculative knowledge of the Jnani. However, when this knowledge is further developed, one is convinced that the Paramatma, the Supreme Lord, is the Master and that the living entity is his eternal servant. One then attains the platform of Dasyaras. In Dasyaras, the Lord is accepted with awe and veneration. Thus, the active service that is absent in Santaras becomes prominent in Dasyaras. In other words, in Dasyaras, the qualities of Santaras are present, and service also becomes predominantly visible. Similarly, when the same ras is developed into fraternity, Sakyaras, a friendly intimacy is added. There is no awe or veneration in Sakyaras. Therefore, Sakyaras is invested with the qualities of three rasas, Shanta, Dasya, and Sakya. Similarly, on the platform of parental love, the qualities of Santaras, Dasyaras, and Sakyaras are fully developed in another form, the sense of maintaining the Lord. Therefore, on the platform of parental love, there exists a combination of the qualities of four transcendental mellows, Santa, Dasya, Sakya, and parenthood. The mellow of parenthood puts the devotee in the position of a maintainer. Indeed, without formality, the devotee takes the position of maintainer and regards the Lord as the object of maintenance. Thus, on the platform of parental love, the qualities of four transcendental mellows of love for Krishna are present. The exchange of spiritual happiness between Krishna and his devotee, in which Krishna is controlled by his devotee, is compared to an ocean of nectar into which the devotee and Krishna plunge. This is the verdict of learned scholars who appreciate Krishna's opulence. Again, let me offer my respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. O my Lord, I offer my obeisance hundreds of thousands of times with all affection, because by your personal pastimes you plunged the gopis into an ocean of nectar. Appreciating your opulence, devotees generally declare that you are always subjugated by their feelings. This is a verse from the Dhammaparastika in the Padma Purana. On the platform of conjugal love, attachment for Krishna, rendering service unto him, the relaxed feelings of fraternity, and the feelings of maintenance all increase in intimacy. On the platform of conjugal love, the devotee offers his body in the service of the Lord. Thus, on this platform, the transcendental qualities of all five rasas are present. Purport. Attachment for Krishna in Santaras, rendering service to the Lord in Dasyaras, rendering relaxed service in fraternity, and serving in parental love with feelings of maintenance, all combine on the platform of conjugal love, when the devotee wants to serve the Lord by offering him his personal body. Thus, the qualities of the other rasas combine to form the nectar of conjugal love. On this platform, all the different feelings of a devotee are amalgamated. All the material qualities evolve one after another in the material elements beginning from ether. By gradual evolution, first one quality develops, then two qualities develop, then three and four, until all five qualities are found in earth. Similarly, on the platform of conjugal love, all the feelings of the devotees are amalgamated. The intensified taste is certainly wonderful. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then concluded, I have simply given a general survey describing the mellows of devotional service. You can consider how to adjust and expand this. When one thinks of Krishna constantly, love for him manifests within the heart. Even though one may be ignorant, one can reach the far shore of the ocean of transcendental love by Lord Krishna's mercy. After saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Sri Rupa Goswami. The Lord then decided to go to the city of Benares. The next morning, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arose and prepared to leave for Varanasi, Benares, Sri Rupa Goswami submitted the following statement at the Lord's lotus feet. If you give me permission, I shall go with your Lordship. It is not possible for me to tolerate the waves of separation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, your duty is to carry out my order. You have come near Vrindavan. Now you should go there. Later, you can go from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri through Bengal, Godadesh. There you will meet me again. After embracing Rupa Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got into a boat. Rupa Goswami fainted and fell down on the spot. The Brahmin from Deccan took Rupa Goswami to his home, and thereafter the two brothers departed for Vrindavan. After walking and walking, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu finally arrived at Varanasi, where he met Chandrasekhar, who was coming out of the city. In a dream, Chandrasekhar had seen that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come to his home. Therefore, in the morning, Chandrasekhar went outside the city to receive the Lord. While Chandrasekhar was waiting outside the city, he suddenly saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrive, and he fell down at the Lord's feet. Being very happy, he took the Lord to his home. Tapana Mishra also heard news of the Lord's arrival in Varanasi, and he went to Chandrasekhar's house to meet him. After talking, he invited the Lord to take lunch at his place. Tapana Mishra took Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his house and gave him lunch. Chandrasekhar invited Balabhadra Bhattacharya to take lunch at his home. After offering lunch to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tapana Mishra begged a favor from the Lord and requested him to award him mercy. Tapana Mishra said, as long as your Lordship stays in Varanasi, please do not accept an invitation from anyone but me. It was known to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he would remain there only 5 or 7 days. He would not accept any invitation that involved Mayavadi sannyasis. With this understanding, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed to accept lunch at the place of Tapana Mishra. The Lord made his residence at the home of Chandrasekhar. The Maharashtrian Brahmin came and the Lord met him. Out of affection, the Lord bestowed his mercy upon him. Hearing that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come, all the respectable members of the Brahmin and Kshatriya communities came to see him. Much mercy was thus bestowed upon Rupa Goswami, and I briefly described all those topics. Whoever hears this narration with faith and love certainly develops love of God at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivinoda purport to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, 19th chapter, describing the Lord's instructions to Sri Rupa Goswami at Prayag in the science of devotional service. So we finish there. We'll continue tomorrow with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Sanatana Goswami in the science of the absolute truth. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Sri Prabhupada ki jai. day. You know, we're transmitting live. Every evening we transmit live.
I know.
Have you seen it?
I listen sometimes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I missed a couple of chapters ahead of you, so it's nice to hear it again.
It's absolutely fascinating. It really is. Charitamrita is
The next few chapters are really better.
really
What's the time to start with? It's not what's on it. Detail.
it's wonderful. Really, really wonderful stuff. All this has been given by Charitamrita. It's given us so much. This is Joseph had an amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Joseph.